Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tashera. If you're new here, this channel is all about fragrances. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the entire Fetiche collection from Christian Louboutin. I don't want to hold you guys up, so let's just get into it. I purchased one of the fragrances from the collection and I received this gift bag, which is filled with samples from the entire collection. There are 6 fragrances in the collection, so I'm just going to give you guys my ranking, my reviews, my thoughts on each one. Coming in at number 6 will be Fétiche L'Essence. So this one is a spicy, sweet scent. For me, it's kind of reminiscent of Diptyque Eau d'Oeil, or I would say something in the vein of Baby Cat, minus the vanilla. This is black pepper and olibanum. So the olibanum in here is nice and sweet. The black pepper is very smooth. It's not too spicy. I actually love the way the black pepper is blended in this fragrance. So when comparing it to Baby Cat, this black pepper is very deep. It's strong. It just hits you in the face. But in here, the black pepper is so smooth. And I find Baby Cat to be more deep, more rich. This one is kind of simple. I think all of the fragrances in this collection aren't complex, but they're blended to perfection. And this scent, I think, is a great scent, but it's not my favorite from the collection. So for that reason, it comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is Fétiche L'Iris. So L'Iris is a powdery scent. It's a floral chypre. It has patchouli. And actually, I'm very impressed by this scent. The patchouli, I would have never guessed that patchouli was in this scent. I'm typically not a fan of patchouli. For me, this smells like almost a fresh, clean iris. It has that nice powderiness which you get from iris. This smells soft. It feels kind of elegant. This feels clean. This doesn't feel like a patchouli scent. Normally for me, patchouli smells like very earthy, very soily, very dirty. This is the cleanest patchouli I've ever smelled. I like this scent a lot, but I wouldn't purchase a full bottle. I'm not in love with this scent. I don't foresee this being something that I would wear often. For that reason, I wouldn't purchase a full bottle of this. But I think it's a great iris scent. It's not too complex. None of the scents in this collection are complex, but they're all really good scents. Again, this one is Fétiche L'Iris, coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is Fétiche Louboutin. So Fétiche Louboutin is a woody coconut scent. So it has notes of coconut water and ebony wood. And for me, what stands out the most is really the ebony wood. The coconut is very gentle. Again, it's coconut water, so you're not going to get a really strong, prominent coconut scent. I actually do wish the coconut stood out more. And honestly, for me, I smell this fragrance more on the tester strip than I do on my skin, because I tested it on my skin and I sprayed it about 5 minutes ago on my skin. Let's try it again. When I initially spray this on my skin, I get a faint coconut water. I get nothing else. I can smell this on the tester strip more than I can smell it on my skin. Completely evaporates the entire scent. So for me, the wood stands out the most, and this is blended so smoothly. But honestly, I fell in love with the scent in store, but bringing this sample home, I fell out of love because the experience that I got in store, I didn't get at home. And I'm ranking this at number 4 because honestly, I'm still thinking of that scent that I captured in store, and it was such a great scent. So for that, this comes in at number 4 for me. I'm gonna have to go in store and test this again because I don't see why I'm experiencing something different at home, or at least on my skin. I get nothing at all. That's never happened to me before. I've never tried a fragrance on my skin and not smell anything. So I don't know. That's a little off-putting. That's weird. That's strange. Okay, so moving on. Coming in at number 3 is actually my scent of the night, and that is Fétiche Le Rose. So this is the fragrance that has gone viral, that has gotten all the hype, that has completely sold out everywhere. This was actually the first fragrance that I tested when I went into Nordstrom for the sale 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't impressed. When the associate sprayed this on a tester strip, instantly I was hit with Carmina, and it was like, no, I'm not interested. I already own Carmina and I don't wear it that often, so I don't want anything else in that DNA. I moved on. But then, like, the next day, I go on YouTube and I'm seeing my favorite fragrance influencer talking about this scent, Sharita. I love Sharita. She's my favorite. And I said, okay, Sharita, you're selling this. So I'm going to have to give this another try because I tested it yesterday and I got Carmina and I just lost interest. So I went back about a week later and the associate gave me this sample. So I've been wearing it. And I'm wearing it tonight. It's my scent of the night, as I previously said. And honestly, I do get Carmina vibes, but that only lasts for about 5 seconds, and then it goes in a different direction. What changes the scent is the ginger. So this has a note of ginger. The notes for this fragrance are black cherry, pink pepper, rose, and ginger. I get all of those notes. The black cherry it's sweet, but it isn't medicinal. I'll say that. And the rose is blended to perfection. It doesn't feel too deep, too thick, too jammy. And then the spices of that pink pepper and the ginger marries so well to tone down the sweetness of that black cherry. And honestly, this scent gets better and better as it dries down. I wore this a few days ago on my hand to test. And I like doing that because as I'm moving it around and I'm doing things, I'll get whiff of the scent. And honestly, sometimes when I'm testing fragrances, I forget about it. So when I spray this on my skin, I forgot about it. And I was just like, I think I was doing my makeup. So, you know, my hands is around my face area. And I kept getting a whiff of this fragrance. And that's when I understood the hype. The hype is real. Everything that you're hearing about this fragrance is true. This is one of the sexiest rose scents I've ever smelled. And I do like this a lot. I want this. And I'm going to declutter my Carmina. And I'm going to get this when it's back in stock. This is such a great scent. So initially at first spray, I'm hit with that nice sweet black cherry rose combination, and then in comes like the ginger and the black and the pink pepper that mellows out the sweetness of that black cherry, because the black cherry note is very sweet, but as it dries down, that sweetness tones down. And yeah, Quentin Beach, you did it again. Quentin Beach, he's my favorite perfumer. I say it all the time. I think he perfected the DNA of Creed's Carmina. That one, I thought I was in love with that scent, but honestly, when I wear it, it doesn't move me. This one, yeah, it does something else. This goes in another direction. I just think this is a better version of that DNA. And I know oftentimes some people just describe scents, but when I describe a scent, I want to reference something that it may be similar to, because honestly, it's too hard to create something original. Usually Quentin Beach does do that, and I don't think this is completely original because again, it's a black cherry rose scent with like a nice ambery sweetness to it, which is like the same DNA of Creed Carmina, but I think he just perfected the DNA by adding those spices. This takes it to another level. The spices makes this kind of seductive. This is a beautiful scent, but it wasn't my favorite. You'll find out what my favorite is soon. This one came in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is Fetiche L'Ombre. I don't have a sample. I used it up. It was so good. I was obsessed. I couldn't stop spraying it on myself. It was so good. So this one is a ambery chypre, and it has notes of green tuberose and amber. And the tuberose in this fragrance is beautiful. It's beautiful. I always say I have a love-hate relationship with tuberose, but the tuberose in here is blended to perfection. It isn't too sweet. It doesn't have that bubble gummy essence. That's the type of tuberose that I'm not a fan of. This is a full-on green tuberose. It's like the flower and the leaves all blended together, and the leaves of the tuberose flower tones down the sweetness of the tuberose, and the amber just adds this nice, sweet, alluring base to the fragrance. This is beautiful. I absolutely love this one. Ugh. This is going to be my next purchase from the collection. Again, this one came in at number 2. This one is Fétiche L'Ombre. And now for number 1, drum rolls please. Fétiche Liqueur. This is my number 1. This is the bottle. So some say that this bottle looks like a weapon. It kind of does, right? Yeah, I think this will make a nice weapon. It would. It actually would. But I think this bottle is actually, I like it. I think it's a great bottle. It looks like a piece of artwork. Some people don't hate it. So this is what it looks like. This is the inside of the cap. So this one, when I smelled this, I said, okay, I'm getting peach and leather. Yes, it reminded me of Peche Mirage, but it's deeper, it's sexier, it's darker. It's like Peche Mirage's grown, sexy sister. She has like a nice femme fatale edge to her. And then again, it reminds me of Fleur de Mal from Dries Van Noten. So if you like fragrances like that, I think you'll enjoy this. This one was love at first sniff. This was an instant yes. I had to have this one when I smelled it. And it's half the cost of Peche Mirage. So I actually wanted to add Peche Mirage to my collection, but I feel like I don't need it anymore. Although they're not 100% similar, I just feel like this is better. I think Peche Mirage is more fun. It's easier going. I think that's like a daytime scent, where this one translates into the nighttime. Also, I feel like if you like scents like La Capitale from Xerjoff or Orilla from Diptyque, these are all fruity leather scents, I think you'll enjoy this one. Also, if you like the note of peach, if you like that peach leather DNA like in Peche Mirage or Fleur de Mal, I think you should check this one out. I think you'll love it. This is sexy. Again, it's my favorite from the collection. I think you can't go wrong with any of my top threes, whether it be La Rose, La Ombre, La Queer. I think you can't go wrong. But this was the one that I fell in love with at first sniff. I'm so happy to have this one in my collection. I haven't given it a full wear yet, but I've tested it a few times and it's a win for me. 10 out of 10. Again, this one is La Queer from the Fetiche collection, coming in at number 1. So I want to know, what are your favorites from this collection? If you tried anything from this collection. I know a lot of people blind bought La Rose without even smelling it or testing any of the other scents, purely based off of their YouTube reviews. What are your thoughts on that fragrance as well? And I didn't finish showing you guys what else was in this bag. I have this scarf. I have a travel cap for my fragrance bottle if I want to bring it to travel. I have a couple of other fragrances, test samples from the collection in the red bottle, which is the Louboutin collection. And I also have a 10 ml travel spray of La Queer. I didn't know that I was gifted this. Had I known, I would have requested another scent. But it's basically the same bottle without the gold emblem. And I think this fragrance, I sprayed one spray on my arm, and I think this fragrance actually projects the loudest from the entire collection because I smell this wafting around me. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy my content at all, please consider subscribing if you haven't yet subscribed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.